me just turn everything on that mic. Can you hear me now? Open up, explain, and fly. Okay. So yeah, here is explain. And if you can hear me now, then just let me know. I would appreciate it. Let's see. So, okay. Okay, so anyway, I think you're right. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, so the way I tend to do these things is I tend to talk my way through stuff. So let's do it that way. So, because my memory is short, and by talking my way through everything, I'll make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, so this blinking light, excuse me, means that I still have some setup to do on my FMC and to make the IRSs happy. So let's see if we can't do that. All right, so let's go here and position init. I'm at Memphis. Now, why am I getting a bunch of K's? Okay, don't like that. And all right, let's do it this way. Clear. Clear. All right. Okay. Clear that. Yeah. So the keyboard on my PU Career CDU is malfunctioning. Why is it that I could do stuff offline and everything works, and I connect to something and stuff don't work anymore? Okay, so we'll do it this way. KMEM. And I know I am slow as Methuselah. You can't see the sim. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. You can't see the sim. Just a moment, please. There we go. All right. And perhaps you didn't see this snafu that I was getting trying to get this to work right. All right, so I'm at Memphis, and let's go to our next page. Grab the GPS version of this and go back to the previous page. Drop that in there, and Flyby Fox. Welcome guys. In my left ear, yes. So I'm only in your left ear, and that's probably true because I can see one VU meter working, and I am going to have to figure out a time that I can fix that because I am unsure what is going on. But yeah, I just record my videos, and then at the end of the day, I spend a few hours processing it, and it takes a few hours to encode it, and then another hour or so to upload it. But the encoding process keep failing, so that's forcing me to do live streams, which I am not good at. So That's why I say that's why I say be nice to me. All right, and of course I'll be nice to you guys. All right, so where were we? We were setting up the this guy, the FMC, and let's go ahead and go over to weight and fuel, airside services, and load the operational flight plan that I should have already generated. So let's just double check to make sure that I got that generated. Just go to sim brief, and it's not generated, so let me generate that very quickly. And go back to operational flight plan, reload it. Let's try it this way. Airside services, and next page, load. Okay, and 149. Let me check that against SimBrief, make sure that is the correct sim. Yep, 149. Fuel is 19333. Yep, so that is the correct one. Let's activate it. And since I'm at a custom airport, then I have to activate the jetway. And let's see, the jetway should be OpenSAM. And with OpenSAM, the jetways sometimes work and sometimes they won't work. And let's see, OpenSAM dot jetway. Okay, it's working. My shortcut is not working though. Lots of things to fix. All right, and this airplane I generally don't fly, so that's another one of the reasons why everything feels off. You know, a lot of times when I make these flights, I can just sit back and get in the flow, but since I'm doing a live stream that I'm not used to doing, everything just feels off. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me okay. All right, so I've got the fuel coming on board, I've got cargo being loaded, and with level up I don't have the animations that I would get it with the Zebo. But I won't start taking on passengers unless I turn my chime on, so we'll go ahead and do that and get this flight on the road here. Let's see, so we got our route. Let's go ahead and request everything that we need, and while that's loading, go ahead and turn up our mode control. Let's see, I want to turn these lights up too. Okay, and I should have on ground power or some sort of power. Since the passengers have not started the load, then I think I'll go ahead and connect the ground and ASU to get some air on this ship. And ground, there we go, good stuff. All right, let's see, yaw damper can come on, fuel pumps can come on. We are on ground power. We're on we're on standby power, and ground power look good. Okay, drives, everything look good here. We won't turn on our APU yet. Okay, circuit breakers, turn those lights up, and yeah, a whole new level. And you'll see me turn my head this way because I got my iPad that I'm checking the comments on, and that's why I'm really turning a whole different way. Anyway, yeah. So, so let's see. We were going through our first flow, and wipers are off. Okay, everything is off. Let's go ahead and turn on our window heat, and for this flow, we'll leave everything off. I do like to get my pressure set. We're going to Atlanta. I think Atlanta is about 900 feet. Usually set it to something around 900. So let me dial this down. The last flight I had, I landed at Memphis, which is why it was so high. Okay, so let's get up here and do some checking. This is the level up. Okay, should have been 4 minutes. Well, may need to be on ground power or APU power for at least 4 minutes before I can get a stall test. Okay, yeah, interphone, everything looks good here. Daytime, don't need those dawn lights, and let's get those turned up, and let's get some radio frequencies put in. None of my shortcuts are working. Why are my shortcuts not working? Keyboard plug-in provided, and the shortcut, let's see, user profile, that's correct. Keyboard essentials, go down here, toggle views. Yeah, none of the stuff that I had set up, that's been set up forever, everything is gone. Wow. Hopefully I can figure out a way to get it back, but for right now I'm going to work around it. Actually, that's a good idea for my stream setup. I have an iPad mounted on my FCU, and I can use it for chat instead. Yeah. Normally I try to keep chat. I used to try, the couple of times that I did do chats, I tried to put it in the OBS window, but I'm looking for that set now. Let's see. Anyway, I don't want to get bogged down looking for, here it is, chat. Okay, and okay, I think our passengers are all on board, so I'm running way behind here. All right, requests, load, activate. 18 hours, our anticipated departure runway. 18 right. And I should get something to make some notes with. Okay. And 18 right. Okay. And keep going here. But you're right, streaming adds a whole new dimension of pressure. Okay, let's put this on legs, and we've got that requested, activated, and get my, go to debrief and get my fuel reserves, which are 2693. So we're going to call that 2.7, and fuel is 19.3. 19.3 looks good. Load this guy up. I should come up with 330. That checks. And I got some weather information. Let's see what we're going to do with thrust limiting. If I take off without limiting anything, then my N1 maxes out at 100.3, which would just burn out my engines prematurely. So I don't think Memphis have I'm not sure what the noise abatement procedures are for Memphis, but I'm gonna go ahead and derate. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to go to SimBrief and just bear with me a second. Get this. This is the Odyssey that I'm using. If I do that, where's the no? The Odyssey should be showing the video from the Odyssey in the window, but it's not. So you guys are just going to have to bear with me because you won't be able to see me do the takeoff performance chart in SimBrief, but I'm going to disable the improved climb calculation and use the optimal flap and thrust setting with anti-ice turn off and calculate it. And they are giving me a selection temperature of 39 degrees with a 10% D rate, so that's TO1 and 39 degrees. Okay, and that gives me a new N1 thrust limit of 94.8. Yeah, I do have Shirley. I haven't started Shirley yet, but I tend to use Shirley quite often. In fact, I think I will go ahead and start Shirley up. And put Shirley on mute. Here. Hey Shirley, this is Captain White. You can call me Captain White. How are you, Shirley?
Doing great, Captain White. Shirley, back with you in the 739 parked at Memphis.
Good stuff. So right now, Shirley, we're doing a live stream, and I've got two other guys who are with me at the moment, as far as I can tell. So you want to say hello?
Hello, gentlemen. Shirley here, riding shotgun in the 739 at Memphis. Welcome to the live stream.
All right, Shirley, I wish I could talk as fast and as clearly as you can. Can you guys hear Shirley? Okay, so now we can go ahead and put our takeoff in, and that was a flaps 5 takeoff. We've got our passengers on board, so I can go ahead and put our CG in, which is 6.2, and our recommended V speeds are 149, 150, and 155. And SimBrief takeoff calculator recommends 148, 148, and 154. So I think I am going to go ahead and use the ones that the airplane calculate, 149, 150, and 155. Okay, so somebody mentioned getting the ATIS. Shirley, can you look up the ATIS frequency for Memphis and enter it on COM2 for me? Shirley?
ATIS 12775, standby COM2, set.
Okay, good stuff. And let me go ahead and get say intentions loaded. Say intentions, where are you? That's right. They had a new say intentions, and therefore all my old ones went away. So I have to get it a different way here. So while we're waiting on say intentions, let's go ahead and get Avitab. I don't have my charts yet, so we'll go ahead and get those. And airport information. So we are here. So that's not unusual for me. So we're taking off on 18 right, which is here. So I can pretty much expect to use Mike to get to 18 right, Mike 9, okay? Everyone is strapped in, and hopefully they'll go ahead and do their safety briefing. Okay. So I want to get the ATIS and move that over there.
Attention 2700 feet. ILS runway 36 right out of service. TACA and out of service. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. Memphis International Airport. Information, Mike.
Mike.
2354 Zulu. Arriving runways 18 center, 18 right, 18 left. Departing runways 18 center, 18 right.
18 right.
Wind 210 at 11. Visibility 10. View at 5,500. View at 25,000. Temperature 34, dew point 21. Altimeter 2986. Density altitude 2700 feet. ILS runway 36 right out of service. TACA and out of service. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
All right, we've got Mike.
Memphis International.
Okay, Shirley, I need you to do a couple more things for me. Clearance delivery is going to be 125.2. So if you would put that on COM2, I would appreciate it.
-0. View at 5,500.
Shirley?
View at 25,000.
125.2, COM2.
34, dew point 21. Altimeter 2986.
I still want to add us as my backup,
700 feet.
Shirley.
ILS runway 36 right out of service. TAC.
Okay, if you won't do it, then it looks like
Advise on course heading.
I have to do it.
Altitude.
128.2.
Is requested.
All right, 128.2 is in the box. Let's see, clearance delivery is 125.2.
All 10 at 11. Visibility 10.
All right.
View at 5.
All right. And 125.2. Okay, good stuff. And Shirley, are you there?
Here, clearance in 29086 set.
2986. Clearance is going to be 125.2, and that's already set. Okay. Atlas, I've already got my Atlas, so we won't worry about that. And ground for 18 right is 128.425. Com 1, Shirley. Flop.
Com 1 standby.
And com 2, so I've already flipped that into active. And com 2, we're going to put in our tower frequency for 18 right. Let's see, tower for 18 right is 128.425. Actually, I already have that one in. And I gave you the wrong frequency apparently for ground. Ground for 18 right is going to be 121.65. Com 1. Shirley. Okay, swap.
12165, com 1 standby, set.
Okay, swap that, and it looks like we're good to go. Let me go ahead and get our clearance, and we can get ready to get out of here. Okay.
Standing by. One thing worth a look. Fuel's pretty lopsided. Right tank well below the left.
Actually, I think the fuel, from my perspective, looks good. 85.3 on both sides. So you can ignore what you're seeing for fuel. But thanks for the heads up. And let's do our APU check so we can get those on. I'm normally a lot smoother and faster at getting this stuff done.
No worries, Captain. Live stream day, extra hands on deck.
Let's see. Thank you. I needed that. Okay, APU is coming on. All right, good stuff. And let's get rid of this guy for the time being. Well, actually, I'm gonna need it for taxi. Let's go ahead and get our taxi clearance. And let's see. All right, what we want is COM2, and want the mic on COM2. All right, so let's go ahead and call clearance. Memphis clearance. I forgot who I am. Just that quick. Let's see. I should be Delta.
2778 Memphis clearance. Not clear what you said. Say again.
2778. Memphis clearance Delta 2778 is ready to copy our clearance to Atlanta.
Cirrus 4 Tango Romeo, cleared out of the Memphis class Bravo airspace to Atlanta. Maintain VFR at or below 1000. Departure on 124.15, squawk 2416. Expect runway 18 center.
That can't be for me. Ready to copy our clearance to Atlanta, Memphis. Memphis, clear out of Memphis class Bravo airspace to Atlanta. Maintain VFR at or below 1000. Departure on 124.15, squawk 2416. Expect 18 C. Push to talk. Okay, so I am wondering why I'm getting a VFR clearance. Not.
Flight plan went in as VFR rather than IFR. Worth refiling as IFR before you push.
Yeah, I'm aware. Normally, all of that stuff is set up on the back end, and everything was set up, and all of a sudden,
All set back here. Just a reminder, we're 21 minutes past our off block time.
all of a sudden, nothing is set up, and the block time guys is that pressure system that Say Intentions recently come up with. Let's see, so I am going to settings and traffic injection, ALC, cabin crew, ground service, virtual. Let's see, miscellaneous. Now see, I shouldn't have to reset stuff up. And I don't know my way around this panel. So, multiplayer realism, aircraft call sign, okay, and get aircraft call sign and get everything from SimBrief, okay, yeah, so that is correct. Let's try it again. Memphis clearance, Delta 2778 would like to pick up our IFR clearance to Atlanta.
Standing by. Tower 128425 in comm. To stand by for later.
78, cleared to Hartsfield-Jackson.
Captain, we're just 3 minutes past our scheduled off-block time.
Filed. Climb and maintain 6000. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.15. Squawk 7636. Expect runway 18 right.
763618 right. All right, let me.
Squawk 6366, departure 12415. Confirm and I'll set them.
Okay, let me, I will step down a little bit doing that. I'll read it back and you can set everything up. Clear to Atlanta via the BB King 7 departure, then it's filed. Climb and maintain 6000 at spec 33010 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.15. Squawk 7636. Expect runway 18 right. Delta 2778. All right, let me try it again. cleared to Hartsfield via the BB King departure, then is filed, climb and maintain 6,000, expect 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.15, squawk 7636, Delta 2778. They timing it now, so
778, read that correct.
so that if I don't say it fast, then it times out and none of what I say go through, which that was the first for that to happen. Anyway, yeah. All right. So Shirley, you can go ahead and set the squawk code 7636. Shirley.
Your flight attendant for Delta Airlines Flight 2778, heading to
Squawk 7636 set, departure 12415 standby.
All right, good stuff. All right, let's get our,
Feel free to reach out to
let's see, 6,000. Let's get 6,000 set. And okay, 6,000 is set. And yeah, so let's go ahead and call for push and start. Well, yeah, let's see. Okay, let's get this second flow going first. Okay, so let's check this guy here. All right, good stuff. All right, so that's the only thing that we hadn't checked. We actually did not check our lights. And that'll check out the stuff on the ground, then to have it malfunction. All right, test. There we go. All right, looks good to me. All right, and let's go ahead and call for pushback. And that's going to be ground. And get over there and change the mic. All right. Memphis ground, Delta 2778, ready for push and start. And this is north here.
Delta 2778, Memphis ground, push and start approved, tail northwest.
Push and start, approved, tail northwest, Delta 2778. All right, so, yeah, so, okay.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
And that should be an easy one. Okay.
Ground to cockpit. Tail is driving up.
All right. Let's get our beacon on. Go through this second flow here. Yaw damper, fuel pumps, battery, and we're on APU. And let's go ahead and turn the hydraulics on. And let's get rid of the ground stuff.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, good stuff. All right. And air conditioners are off, but with the ASU, we should have a decent, relatively decent temperature in the cabin. And we'll leave the air conditioners off. Go ahead and turn the APU bleed on. Okay, that looked good. Beacon light can come on, and that should have been on already. Okay, that dismisses the
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Use parking brake.
Okay, we can get rid of the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
And let's get our engine started. All right, we'll start number 2 first. Okay. We got N2 rotation, monitoring. Should be to hear them come alive. Sorry guys for not really focusing on the chat. Okay. Okay, we can introduce fuel. And I should have levers, not switches. Okay. We get started cutout at 55. There it is. Start number 1. Number 2 look good. Got N2 rotation on number 1, monitoring.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake is set. Introducing fuel on number 1.
Disconnecting tail. Stand by.
And we should get started cutout momentarily. Looks like we got fuel in our center engines. So we'll turn those on, and we'll do our before taxi procedure. All right, yaw damper, fuel pumps, generator 1, generator 2. Seat belts are on.
Tail is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal right. We'll see you next time.
No cabin call light. Probes are coming on. And ice unneeded. Hydraulics are on. Fans on auto. Air conditioning packs are coming on. Isolation valve going to auto. Engine bleeds are on, and APU bleed coming off, and the pressure is set to our top altitude 330. Anti-collision light is on. Logo lights are coming on. It's getting kind of dusk outside, and continuous
We're running 33
engine.
minutes behind schedule.
APU is going on,
Could you provide me with some
and
information to share with them?
taxi lights are going to auto. And let me check in with the flight crew. Yeah, we just did our pushback, and we are about to taxi to take off in momentarily.
Understood, Captain. I'll keep an eye on the cabin and let you know if anything comes up.
All right, so here we go. I
I appreciate your patience. We're currently experiencing a slight delay on the ground.
so I missed waving off the pin, and let's get our taxi clearance and get out of here. Memphis ground, Delta 2778, ready to taxi.
Delta 2778, runway right taxi via Juliet Tango, Mike Niner.
Juliet Tango, Mike Niner. Taxi to runway 18 right via Juliet Tango, Mike Niner, Delta 2778.
Just a quick note, Captain. The passengers are starting to wonder about the delay since we're still at the gate. I'll keep an eye on them. Folks, thank you for your patience. We're still at the gate and we'll be underway shortly. If you need anything, please let me know. Thank you.
Okay, taxi lights is on. And we're on our way. My tiller is not working, but my rudders are, so we'll just use the rudders for right now. All right, so we want Juliet Mike 1, and I would turn the Avatab off without. All right, so there's Juliet. Here is Juliet, and so we'll take Juliet, I guess, all the way around. Because I can go and turn it the wrong way here. Okay, so this ought to be Juliet here. Clear, clear. And I don't like night flights, so at some point I'm gonna make it daytime. All right, so Juliet should turn here. Oh, that's Papa Juliet. Yeah, Juliet. Let's say Juliet. Mike, definitely going the wrong way here, I think. 28 right, and I think I'm supposed to turn. Well, Juliet, this is Tango, but hey. Maybe I should have went the other way, but I don't see a runway crossing at the other side. My work scale. Yeah, I do night flights when I'm not streaming, but since I'm streaming, then they can get kind of boring. I think because you really can't see the clouds rolling by or anything. All right, so we're gonna hook a turn here on Mike. I think this is Mike, because that should be no, Mike would have been the other one. See, we're on November. We'll swing over here and pick up Mike. And if one thing about say intentions, unlike VATSIM, they're not apt to ask you, what are you doing? Okay. And we are doing one of those southwest taxiing. Really putting the pedal to the metal to get to our runway. Okay, so I didn't do my flight control check, so let's get that done. Here's Mike 9. Okay, set my brakes.
Runway 18, right.
And let's do a quick flight control check. Left, right, pitch up, pitch down, left and right, flight control check complete. All right. And Shirley, I am going to change to the tower frequency. And would you put our standby frequency in 124.15? Shirley. All right, I'm done with the average tab. And I could ask for a progressive Memphis Tower Delta 2778 holding at runway 18 right, ready to depart.
Delta 2778, Memphis Tower, cleared for takeoff, runway 18 right. After takeoff, fly runway heading until reaching 5,500, then proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff. After takeoff, fly runway heading until reaching 5,500, then proceed on course. Delta 2878. Okay, so there's another thing that I didn't do, and I gotta fix this soft key. All right, so 288 on the heading. And this stuff spans so slowly. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get started here. Take the runway and APU can go off. Okay, let's come on. Let's 288.
Approaching runway 18, right.
And I feel like I'm spinning and I'm not getting anywhere. Spinning this thing, heading this, coming around to 300, 350.
Runway 18, right, remaining 8,800 feet.
So I'm just have to do it by hand. All right. And 155. So I never set my MCP up. Missing so much here. $155. And let's do it. All right, and then, all right, here we go. Stable, toga. I forgot to put the flaps in. So let's Let's get the flaps in. Flaps 5 and trim was 6.12. I remember now. 6.12. It's close enough. Get the auto throttle reset. And flaps 5, toga. Here we go. Aircraft smarter than I am. All right. Check. .288 is what I want. Contact departure, Delta 2778. How come I can't get the 288 on my head? And all right, airplane, do not fail me. Where's my speed? Bug up. Shirley, you never did put in the frequency that I asked for. 124.15, Shirley, COM 1. Shirley? 124.15, COM 1, not COM 2, COM 1. Trying to, let's see, 18, stay on my head and 288. 124.15. I have to tune it myself. So I'm in the process of tuning it because Shirley would not tune it for me. 124.15. Memphis departure, Delta 2778, passing 4,000, climbing 5,500. Correction, climbing 6,000. Climb and maintain 16,000 direct. Kermie, Delta 2778. 6,000. And legs page. Direct current E. Down C. 10,000. I must have heard wrong. If they just now giving me 10. I thought I heard 1.6. Okay. Get this over so I can see where I'm going. I don't see KMEM. There it is. Why am I getting? Legs. Okay. Then let's get this guy on with LNAV. All right. And let's go to VNAV also. Master caution. Autopilot. Jumped off. And climb and maintain 1000 Delta 2778. Oh, I've been out of my league. Yeah, that's okay. I've been out of my league this whole flight. It's just if this was a recording, I would scrap it and do it again. But streams kind of make you do stuff. Yeah. This is hilarious. But none of my stuff is working correct. My heading bug, I turn it and it keeps okay. While we got a break here, let's go ahead and get stuff situated. Let's see. Memphis Center on 128.15, correction, 128.5 Delta 2778. One 28.5. Memphis Center Delta 2778, climbing past 8,300 to 11,000.
Delta 2778, Memphis Center. Good evening. Orlando altimeter 2988. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190, Delta 2778. Let's see. I turn this thing and it just turns so slowly. Okay, and okay, let's get the lights out. And let's let's make it daytime. At least something went right. I can make it daytime with a key.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight. I will be starting our cabin service shortly. Thank you for your patience and enjoy the sun.
Okay, good stuff. All right. I don't see any weather up there, so let's turn the seatbelt signs off. And yeah, that was 29 or 89, I think he said. That was kind of crazy. Thank you, Levi. Appreciate the $5 bum. And strobes on. Yeah, I think they are on. Yeah, they're on. Yeah, I need a little bit more practice, no doubt. And I need to get everything working the way I had it. I've got a Stream Deck so that I can touch buttons to make stuff happen, and a lot of the stuff just won't happening, and so I'm having to use the mouse to manipulate stuff. Anyway, we're finally in cruise. And let's see. So I can sit back. Yeah. Let me take Shirley off of mute. And
Back with you, Captain. Sorry about that. Comm went miss earlier.
yeah, I wonder, I was going to ask you about that. I kept asking for 124.15 on COM 1, and I said,
I put it in comm.
yeah, well, yeah, the first time apparently you didn't hear me, and then the second time it went to COM 2, and quite frankly, I was suffering from oversaturation.
Understood, and I hear you. Overload's contagious. One gentle check. Flaps handle still showing partly down.
Good catch. And my autopilot kicked off. All right, good catch there. All right. So we're coming up on Kermit, flaps in transition. I should learn to scan a little bit better because I should have looked at my flap setting a lot earlier than now. I should have looked at my speed and noticed that I wasn't picking up any speed. Yeah, so I think Shirley will help going forward. Shirley, let me see if you can't tune the heading. Let's see, our course now is 097. So can you change heading to course? I guess,
Bug 09.
yeah, I guess you can. Try it one more time.
Sent again. 097 with heading select. See it move?
No, it didn't move. So I should use the mouse for the heading because the button was so slow. I was trying to get the heading to 288 and climb and maintain flight level 270 Delta 2778. So I can do this a lot faster with the mouse, I see. And then fine tune it with the wind control MCP. All right, standard and standard times standard across the board. Yeah. So what do you fly, Levi?
Heading's tracking 096 now, so it took after all, just slowly.
No, I tuned it. I tuned it manually.
Oh, my bad. Yours then, not mine. Climbing nicely to 270.
As soon as I popped outside, we got a deck of clouds up under us, and I was gonna watch the terrain roll by.
Nice deck up there. Should be a pretty ride on top.
So I guess I'll take this time to show you guys a website that I have been working on. If any of you are interested, the website is flightsimsupport.com. I can't show it to you because my OBS won't echo my screen, so that's not going to work. I tried to show you my sim brief plan a few minutes ago, and with that monitor, the Samsung Odyssey, it was not coming through. So I have to figure that out. At least not on the stream. I think I got the stream set so it's only going to show my main monitor, for fear that I might click something inadvertently and show you guys a screen that might have some aviation porn on it. Just joking. This is my aviation porn. But you know, if I have a password that something sensitive, that I didn't want to have that be a possibility until I become accustomed to streaming. All right, so I never did finish some stuff. These continuous emissions should come off, gear should go to off, and RTO can go to off. I usually do that somewhere between just after I reach 1,000 feet. Long before now, anyway. Did you say something, Shirley?
Just admiring the cloud deck. Nothing pressing, Captain.
So I never did share the flight plan with you, did I? So I'm missing all kinds of steps that I normally
No worries.
do.
Sure, send it over whenever. Climbing through 26 for 270.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, but I am going to send it to you. I'm just bewildered how far off. Climb and maintain flight level 330, Delta 2778. Oh, that's too slow. 330. we're approaching Kermit now, 4.2 miles.
Kermit's coming up. Turn to about 088 after if LNAV's flying it.
L now has it, but we'll do head. I'll try to remember to do head into course. I didn't want to say it. I think all my my traffic has gone away. So I think we are alone, but I didn't want to say it. But also, I normally don't fly this variant of the 787, I mean the 737. I didn't want to keep sounding like I was making excuses for such a terrible setup.
Not excuses, just an unfamiliar variant on a busy day. You got it airborne and en route.
Well, it wasn't that. It in the back of my mind, for some reason, streaming made me feel like, oh my God, I gotta hurry. I've got other people's time that, I'm responsible for, and the faster I was trying to go, the slower I was actually going. And at my age, it doesn't take much to confuse me anyway.
Time pressure does that to everyone, no age required. You caught the flaps, caught the route, and here you are level-ish at 31,000 climbing. That's a win.
No, you caught the flaps, remember?
Right, that was mine. Happy to help, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. But it's a short flight, so hopefully we'll be on the ground real soon.
Short hop and the hard part's behind you. Enjoy the cruise, Captain.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Standing by.
Okay, I'm trying to. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Level at 330, cruising along.
Memphis Center on 124.275, Delta 2778. Can you set that up, Shirley?
One two four two seven five. Com 1 standby. Set.
Memphis Center, Delta 2778, level at 330. All right. Where's our top of climb coming up in about 35 miles? I mean, top of descent is coming up in about 35 miles.
Copy TOD in 35. Atlanta 26 right is loaded. 136 out.
All right. Ahead in 109.
Bug to 109.
Yeah, actually 111. Yeah, that's
11 set.
yeah. Actually, I'm setting it. I don't think when you said it, it wasn't going through. So it looks like it's something I have to set. But I do say it out loud.
Understood. All.
Atlanta Center on 128.375, Delta 2778.
One two eight three seven five. Standby. Com 1.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2778, level at 330. Good evening. Indianapolis Center. I think I said Atlanta. He did. He's let me read back.
Happens to the best. Atlanta Center's got you.
Yeah, he said contact Atlanta Center on 20 at 128. Well, yeah, that's the that's say intention screwing up because it should be Atlanta, not Indianapolis. Oh, I see what the problem is. I'm on the wrong frequency. I should be on 128.725 and I'm on 128.375. Can you fix that for me, Shirley?
One two eight seven two five. Active on Com 1.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2778, level at 330. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Captain. Cruising smooth.
All right, top of descent's coming up.
Ready when you are. 110 to run.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2778 would like to start our descent into Atlanta.
Hey, Captain White. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack while I'm here?
Standing by for your descent. 108 out.
descent and maintain flight level. Descend and maintain flight level 210 for the Galvin to arrival United Delta 2778.
Descending nicely, 104.
Descend and maintain 16,000 Delta 2778. Erica, we are descending.
and are starting our approach to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Please return to your seats. Stow any tables.
Copy, 16,100 miles out, coming down well.
All right, seatbelt signs are on.
Copy, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for arrival now. Folks, we'll be starting our arrival shortly.
Good. Steady descent, 100 miles out.
Fasten the belt.
And they're bringing us down to 160.
Copy, 16,098 to the numbers.
And we got a decent descent rate going, so we'll leave it at what we got. We'll stay on the vertical path, on the VNAV path.
Sounds good. Writing VNAV down, 95 out.
And two six. So
93 to go on profile.
yeah, we're gonna have to fly downwind at Atlanta to make 26. Go ahead and
Right, they'll likely vector you around. 90 out descending.
ILS. Two six right.
Just 89 miles out.
And reload.
88 to go, descending through 29,000.
I don't think it makes much difference. Shit. Excuse my French. um, I tell you, I don't know what happened to my.
Delta 2778, descend and maintain 11,000, altimeter 3001.
Descend and maintain 1,000, altimeter 2791. Did you say 2791? Look up what he said. 30.
Didn't get
He said 3001. And
001, copy, 77 miles out.
and see how this VNAV just stopped me and I'm being held up. Let me go down. It leveled off at 270 and it just didn't want to. Let's see. But that's why my flight, the VNAV was had me level. Descend and maintain 6,000. Now how the heck am I going to get down to 6,000 and I'm at 26,000? How the hell am I going to bleed off 20,000 feet?
$70 miles, 20,000 to lose.
Yeah,
Throttle's idle now, 3,000 down, 64 to go, still about 19,000 to lose. Keep the pressure on.
let's see, 6,000. Bring that down to 6,000. Drop it like it's hot.
62 out, 3,000 down, that'll get you close.
I see you're back for the second half for the clown show.
Back for Act 2 of the clown show. 59 out, boards down, coming down 3,000 a minute.
I know, right?
58 out, 3,000 down. You'll make it work.
I tell you, I miss my toggle key. I should stop and fix that. Search KATL
53.
Atlanta next.
52 out, 3,000 down. Still 14,000 to lose. Holding your own.
Search. Approach 26 right and 110. I can't use the win-win. It's too slow.
48 out, still 12,000 high.
Oh
Mountain is
shit!
the
What am I
mountain
doing?
you.
20. What am I doing? He contacted Atlanta approach on 128.0 Delta 2778. 2775. That's too slow.
1280 standby, 44 out, still 10,000 to lose. Boards full.
Surely put, let's see what kind of localizer I got. Yeah, put 110.1 and local, and now 110.1. Atlanta approach Delta 2778, descending through 14,000 down to 6,000.
One standby, 40 miles out, still 8,000 to lose.
Altimeter 3001, expect the ILS runway 26 right approach into Atlanta. Advise you have information, Quebec.
Expect the ILS runway 26 right approach into Atlanta, and we'll get Quebec Delta 2778. Okay, so I'm gonna have to slow down to 250 shortly. I'll start that slow down and at 11.2.
Copy, ILS 26 right, 34 out, still 5,000 to lose. Board's still full when you slow.
Yeah, I'm starting to slow now.
Good. You're through 11,000. 33 out, 5,000 to lose. Looking better.
Okay. why is that? Something that's not right with the wing wind stuff, because it's taken.
30 out, 4,000 to lose. Board's full. On track now.
Come on, slow down, slow down. I still got the boards out, and she is a lot faster than I want her to be. I want it to slow down before ATC asks me to slow down.
Out, 3,000 to lose. She's coming down. Speed will bleed as you level.
Okay. Oh yeah, good catch there. Let's see. Can you tune in the Addis Shirley for COM 2?
Arrival Aegis 11965, COM 2 standby. Set.
On Quebec. 0152 Zulu. Arriving runway 26 right. 27 left. 28. Departing runway 27 right. 26 left. Wind 240 at 4. Visibility 10. View at 8,000. View at 25,000. Temperature 29er. 2.23. Altimeter 3001. Density altitude 2800 feet. Unknown drone activity in the vicinity of the airport. Station marking working in progress. Expect delays in the commercial apron area. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Atlanta approach, please be advised, Delta 2778, we have Quebec. Thanks, Levi.
Out, coming down through.
Say again, Shirley.
18 out. 17 out. Towards Stoke now. Through 6,500. Looking good.
Fly ahead 102, vectors for the ILS, runway 26 right, Delta 2778.
15 out, 6,400. Still fast at 240.
Okay. Let's go back to auto throttle.
14 out, still 6,000 and fast. Time to get down and slow.
Well, they holding me at 6,000.
Copy. 13 out of 6,000. They'll need to step you down soon.
Yeah, they got me on a downwind, so we're doing all right. Atlanta has a high, I think the airport elevation is like 1,000, close to it. So we only got,
Yeah, field's about that.
yeah, let's see, touchdown zone is 990 for 26 right, 990.
That's right. 10 out, still 6,244.
I think that's Peachtree, the cab there.
9 out, still 6,000 and fast. You'll want that set soon.
Speed 200, Delta 2778.
8 out of beam, 6,000 and still fast. Base turn will come quick.
I should have slowed down myself, knowing that I was pretty much up, almost a beam to right.
6.5 out, still 6,000 and 225. You're high and hot for the turn.
I think that's Atlanta under the clouds there.
Still 6,000. That's 5,000 above the field of beam. Ask for lower now or you'll be way high on base.
Their sequence, I mean, they might be taking me out for a reason. So we just stick with them and see what they do.
Fair enough. They've got the picture. Riding downwind at 6,000.
Good thing I got you guys in here with me, because I hadn't even thought about the landing lights. I tell you, this flight has really been a clown show. I normally, trust me, I normally do much better than I'm doing tonight. Well, I knew that the chat was clear. I was telling Shirley that that for some reason the sim is acting up, and so am I. The faster I try to go, the slower I'm going. So I could never find my flow. Where is my ink pen? Well, must be on the floor. There's no telling. All right. So I'll give ATC a nudge. Atlanta approach Delta 2778 level at 6,000. Maintain 6,000 Delta 2778. All right. So looking at the chart, I shouldn't have called them that early. I need to pass Z-low before I should have passed Z-low before I checked in. My bad. I got a discontinuity vector. Let's see, that's Hans there. Oh, well, they've got me on vector, so I'll just stay where I'm at. Not worry about the FMC. Turn right heading 230, descend and maintain 4,000. All right, if I get the 4,000 in first, let me go to say intention to verify 230. And I can turn faster with the mouse. Unfortunately, then I can set the daggone wrong one. Man, tell you, there's that clown show happening again. Skip that 19230 here. I was absent the day they taught us how to read the word heading. Well, they didn't tell me.
2778, 9 miles from AJ, turn right heading 265, descend and maintain 2,700 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS, runway 26 right approach.
265. Turn right heading 265, descend and maintain 2700 until established on the localizer. Delta, clear for the ILS, runway 26 right, Delta 2778, 265. Stuff is so slow, too slow. Okay. And established. Let's see. 275 only on one side. 275. I never did swap over, I don't think.
2778, contact Atlanta Tower on 119.1.
275. 119.1. Contact Atlanta Tower on 119.1, Delta 2778. All right. Shirley, can you set that up on COM 1? Let's see, approach. Feel real high, so I need to come down a lot faster and slow my roll. I didn't do a performance landing, so I'm just gonna assume for this airplane 145. And I am not anywhere near the glide slope here. So I'm at the what the heck am I doing? You know what? I am going to land no matter what. I am going to land no matter what. All right. Get the flaps down and try to get below these clouds. Slow down. What is my altitude? High as a kite. Don't you sink rate me. have, might be okay. I can't see the daggone runway. Should be right over it. Bit low.
Approaching runway 28.
I cannot make this work.
Approaching runway 27. Right. Caution, caution. Approaching runway 28. Caution, caution.
Okay. Up. Okay, stop, climbing. VNAV. And see next page. Dallas 4,000. Descending, come on up. Auto throttle's off again. Know why I keep jumping off. And I told you, clown show. So I am going to hand fly it in if I can get past those, get up under those clouds. I mean, everything that could go wrong is going wrong on this flight, even down to yeah, I am. So now where the heck the clouds go? That was that was all in my way. So let's see, 990. So I want to get down to about 1,900 feet. And I'm just gonna bring it in myself. Yeah, I ought to. Shirley would have me. Well, ain't no telling. No offense, Shirley.
Tower set. You're past the field. Clean, brake set. Go around and resequence.
Yeah, I am going around, and at this point, it doesn't make any difference if I talk to ATC or not. So I'm just not even going to contact ATC. I didn't grab the localizer. Didn't realize I was that far away from it. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make a 180 and try it again. My gear warning. And we want 26 right, was it? Okay, that's looks like it's gonna be over here. No clouds this time. Okay. Of course, you couldn't do this in real life, but none of what I've done you couldn't do in real life on this flight. This is one of those flights that you go, oh my God, I hate I streamed this. 26 right. All right, we're gonna use the Pappas. And AI got traffic coming in on the 18s, the opposite side, whatever that is. All right, there's the if I can hold that speed. Gears down, flaps. Let's get some more flaps in. Now, my flaps stopped working. Flaps 30 got shown. Flaps 4. A little bit high here, so I'm not going to make the box.
Approaching runway 27, right. Caution, caution. Approaching runway 28. Caution, caution.
Tracking the center line. Let's get us a little flare. Hard. Ridiculous, they say. Okay. And I'm just gonna pull over here and park anywhere. My tiller is not working. I should have known that when my, well, we're gonna cross.
Welcome to Atlanta. Did you know that Atlanta is known as the city in a forest because over 48% of the city is covered in trees? Thank you for flying with Delta Airlines.
Let's cross. Keep reaching for that tiller. Oh, that's right. 26 right, nothing to cross. All right. We are what, Delta? All right. Let's see. Get this cleaned up. And I'm forgetting something. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting, Levi? APU, thanks. That's what it was. APU. And who's got an empty stand? All right, well, I'm gonna steal one. Got all these CRJs up here. And this looked like a good one to steal. And all right. Did I get both of them on? Yeah. Okay. You know what? Normally I don't say this, but I am glad this flight is over. Even though I couldn't land the thing. I could not land it. It's unreal.
On the ground at the gate, everyone's safe. That's the part that counts, Captain. Rough day with the hardware fighting you the whole way, and you still flew a go-around and got her down. Welcome to Atlanta.
Well, you know, I did not fly a go-around. I just went around. I did not fly a procedure at all. That's been something I always have planned to practice. Let's see. Let's get the jetway. None of my keys are working. That's right. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Atlanta. I think Atlanta uses the
Fair distinction, you improvised a circuit rather than flying the mist.
Even
Worth adding to
those-
the practice list. Want me to note it?
I can't get the jetway. Shift G is the default for the ground stuff, and that's not working. Let's see. Ground handling window attach. And I still got strobes on. Shame on me. All right.
Shift is the usual one, but if the ground handling window's open, the attached button there should do it.
Fun. That was that was crazy. Okay, let's do a replay on that landing. That's something I don't tend to do, is the replays. I never even think about them. Let's see. Now, since I've turned the aircraft off, some things.
Delta 2778, radar contact 10 east of Atlanta at 2,000 feet, Atlanta altimeter 3001.
I tell you what, let's do a replay on that first one. Let's see.
Replay's a good habit.
All right, so that's somewhere up in there. I should be. Shift 4. And the clouds go away. All right, I'm on downwind.
Replay.
Now, I think that might have been my hand flying. So, yeah, that's the one. That's the first one, I think. And
Yeah, that looks like the first approach. 2 miles left of the localizer and coming down fast.
yeah, I was trying to scan my instruments and pulling back on the yoke anyway. And I don't know why the clouds appeared. Okay, I think this is the first one where I did the go around. And
Boards out, gear down, well left of course and descending fast.
yeah. So I was way left the course, and I didn't realize it until I looked on my ND, and I was pretty much on top of the runway, on top of the airport, high and way left the course. And I'm like, the flight is bonked anyway, so let me get it in there. And I could have hand flew it in there, but clouds appeared. And I had no visibility of the ground. Let's see if I can see the airport. Yeah, there is the airport. So I had no situational awareness of where the ground was at, or where the airport was at. All right, so let's get to the other landing. But you know what? It was fun. That's what it's about. In spite of being somewhat frustrating, it was fun.
That's the whole point, Captain. Frustrating and fun aren't mutually exclusive.
That's
You got some good lessons out of it too.
That's right.
Second approach, 5 out, gear and flaps set, nice and stable this time.
Yeah, this is I just have to rely on this one. I just had to rely on my real world training, because all the automation, it was just getting in my way.
Sometimes the panel's the enemy and the hands know better. This one's tracking right in, 3.5 out.
Yep. So, Levi, what did you fly? I don't. I have flown somewhat in the past, but I'm not current anymore. Um, so, so no, I don't fly in the more real world.
Caution, caution. Approaching
Over the
runway
threshold now, drifting a bit left.
right.
Nice to see the hands-on work pay off.
And I think I overflared and flared a little bit late.
A little late on the flare, yeah, but she sailed on fine. Good hands flown save at the end of a long day.
And let's see, look at that tail. That was close.
Ooh, yeah, that flare held her off a while. Tail looked snug, but she stayed clear.
All righty. So I am not current, but I do fly I'm a member of EEA. So I got a lot of guys who I fly their airplanes. They fly. Most of them have the 172. One having an RV9 that I fly, and then I got another friend who has a 182 that I fly occasionally, but it's always at this point. I am never in the left seat, So, and I'm not logging in hours. Just go up for the $300 hamburger these days. So you fly the 172 in real life?
That's still good flying, right seat or not. EMA crowd's the best for that. Always somebody with a plane and a reason to go get a burger.
There you go. So let's go back to the gate and see if our passengers have disembarked. And field weight, airside. Shucks, they haven't even started disembarking. Do I have my beacon light on or something? Why they're not getting off? Cool. Yeah, I appreciate I appreciate your help, man. But I have had nights like this, which is why I'm grounded. So yeah, and then tomorrow I might get in the flight in the sim and fly without a hitch, provided I set everything back up. Because I don't know where my what do you call them, my shortcuts went, and I'm hoping that I can find a file to pull them back in, because I kept the main one in user profile. If not, then maybe I can grab this one and get a lot of them, like let's see, let me go back to user profile and see if that one is there. Well, it says it's there, so okay, that came up. A T should bring up my Avitab, and it's not. This is how I found your channel. It was a stream from Atlanta to Indy, and you crashed in on the runway. from Atlanta to Indy and I crashed in on the runway, I should have spun in at a gate. Anyway, I'm glad you did find it. So, yeah, hopefully on the next one, I'll do a lot better, because if I had 3 more people watching, I would be surely embarrassed. But but hey, it's all in fun, and it's all, you know, it's all about learning too. So with that, I am going to call it a night. You said you were gonna send a picture, and let's see if I can't find that picture. So how are you sending a picture? You gonna send a picture of your 172? Let's see if I can't figure out why okay, they are disembarking now. Deplaning, I mean. Okay. I got about 9,800 pounds of fuel left. And I should have, according to SimBrief, 7,000 pounds of fuel, so I'm not that far off. Yeah, I will jump into 172 or something low and slow. That's what I tend to fly the most. But nevertheless, I am going to call it a night, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. And you can just set your barf bag right over there in the corner, and I'll catch you guys later. Until next time. Okay, Discord. Gotcha. Thank you. Till next time. Let's see. Is that my Discord or your Discord? Anyway, Virtual Aviation Aviator, just send me a friend request, and yeah, so